Fulling 3-inch shells already loaded up. Had to wait for the dog to get out of the way. As you can tell, it shot 3-inch just fine. Not all 3-inch shells are created equal. As you can tell, some are a lot shorter. Our American standard is 3 inches after it's been shot, not before it's been shot. Okay, so the first thing I did was I wanted to see if this gun would in fact eject a 3-inch shell, and then check it here to see if it would clear, and as you can tell, it will clear the chamber and come out. A lot of these Turkish guns have pinned ejectors, and they will not, you can't do anything with it. So this lets me know this will shoot a 3-inch shell, a full length 3-inch shell, just won't load it. So now we look at the trigger assembly. As you can see here, not all 3-inch shells are created equal. There's quite a bit of difference here. Anything longer than 2 3/4 inch can be designated 3-inch shell. So what we have on this one, a Winchester Longbeard, comes in around 267, almost 268. And we have this Fiocchi at 250. So that is almost 120 thousandths, close to an eighth of an inch difference in shell length. And that is approximately how much I will need to remove in order to make the full length 3-inch shells chamber and eject. So what's happening is when you shoot the gun, this goes off, this drops down, and shell comes back, hits that right there, and then it lifts up and the shell gets loaded into the chamber. But look at this right here. I put the white background here to show. I'm going to hold this shell in place after it's lifted up and bring it down here, and you see the gap that's right there. So the shell comes back here, and after it's being lifted, it's moved forward. Watch this again here real close. It goes up, and there you have the shell moving forward about 1/8 of an inch. And what this was doing is moving a 3-inch shell into the receiver, and so it's hitting into the receiver and it's stopping all the movement. So what needs to be done is this needs to be trimmed back, and there's plenty of room to trim it back, so I'm going to trim this back. If you look at how the shell sits in there, you'll notice right here how thick that is, and it pushes the shell off to the side. It doesn't let it set in the carriage centered up. So that's another issue I'm going to do with. So I've ground the front off here. Tell it there. Change the angle so that the shell will sit flat against it here when I put this back on. I did have to take that off. I tried filing it first, but it's taking too long, so I just took that off so I could get it to a grinder. Okay, against this white background here, you can see I've taken the point off that was here, and I've left this in here a little bit and ground it down, but I've taken it back to this surface here, right here. And I took this and went back. Instead of it facing out this way, I bring it back, and what that does is that keeps the point of impact off. Now if you can see right here, the shell And you can see right here what it does, it allows the shell to go all the way back to what I believe was the actually intended shell stop to begin with. But as it lifts up, guess what? Very little shell movement going forward, okay? A little bit of a gap there now. That's fine. That's what we want. The angle is set so it doesn't hit on the primer. It's hit up here at the top side there. Shell comes back, does very little lifting. Bolt takes it on into the chamber. At the same time, the alignment issue side to side is taken care of. I have filed this down. I just hand filed it down, and that took care of the alignment issue that it was having. So now that center feeds it. Also too, on occasion I would have maybe the third or fourth round would jam, and this took care of that issue. So this served a better purpose than what I actually thought it would in the end. But now as a result, I can now shoot and load all 3-inch shells, 2 3/4, 3-inch shells without any problems. Now it'll cycle everything, my 3-inch, 2 3/4, everything right on down. It's good stuff here. You know, like I said, I didn't see that at first, but I see it now and I fixed the problem. That's why I'm making this video.